Welcome, everybody. Dover International Speedway, Sunday morning. That's right. It is your U.S. IndyCar League. StickQuick.com. 175 laps, 175 miles of tight, really tight racing. These cats can't exactly run away from each other here in this 1 mile track with these cars that they're running. Everybody go get something to drink. Get a bagel, donut. It's Sunday morning. There's no place rather to be than MaxSpeedTV here with the U.S. IndyCar League. This is Bobby Johnson, and I will be here for the next 175 laps to watch these cats to see who's going to win this race today. Anyway, you guys stick around. We're going to head to the national anthem, and we'll be right back with racing action.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. Oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets ran fast, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land under the frame, you're the home of the brave. Because we are the brave. Yes, we are the brave. We'll fight you in the name of the brave. We are the U.S. of A. For those unaware, that flag is still there. It's our future to save. Stand of the brave, the U.S. of A. Oh, say does that star-spangled
This is Rio of Madison Rising, and you're watching MaxSpeedTV.
All right, back Dover International Speedway here with the U.S. IndyCar League. Getting ready to get into the qualifying round here. So far, we got 7 cats out here. It's going to be in this race tonight, or this morning, I should say, bright and early on Sunday morning. One thing to let you guys know now, this track is a 1-mile track. I was told by the guys that water temperature plays a huge role in this. What I mean by a huge role, I mean big time. They have got to be watching those water temps all the time as much as they possibly can. These cars will get extremely hot very, very fast, they said. Tire wear is not that big of an issue. The real issue they're talking about right now is going to be the close net racing of these guys. These things are quick, they're fast, and very, very close net racing around here. And believe it or not, you can lose the draft. That's what they were telling me, so anxious to find out how this is going to play out. Last week's winner, Jason Lowell. I do not see him in here tonight. Waiting for iRacing to get things together so we can do some qualifying here. But nevertheless, grab your cup of coffee, grab a donut, kick back and get ready. Things get playing out here the way they should. I think this is going to be a pretty good race for you guys to watch. It's 175 laps. Doing the race analysis real quick. 78 degrees. 78 degrees. The track temperature is about 87. So, it could be a little bit... It could be a little slick till they get some of that rubber down on the track. 175 miles, which is 175 laps. Your tire window, not that big of an ordeal here. They're not going to tear their tires up that bad at all. Your fuel window is 74 to 76 laps, roughly. And then your pit road speed is a whopping 35. Alrighty, I'm going to hop out of here real quick, do a quick commercial while we find out what's going on with the iRacing, because they're not letting us go into qualifying mode. But you know what? That's fine, because I got a commercial I can throw at you real quick anyway. Stick around, guys. We'll get this figured out, and we will be back. Awesome. We are back, ladies and gentlemen, on this fine Sunday morning. Actually, we got about 7 or 8 minutes to go before we get into the qualifying now, I was told. So that's a perfect opportunity to have a chat with some of these fellers. Like I said, this is tight racing. This is Dover, 1 mile track. These guys are used to on some pretty big tracks here the last few races they've done. This is going to bunch these cats up pretty close together all the way around here. So let's see if we can't possibly get a chat with a couple of these fellas and see what they think about this close nut racing here at Dover. And I'll see if I can yank last week's winner up out of here. How about you, Jason Lowe? You got a copy? It's Bobby in the booth.
Yes, sir. Loud and clear.
Hey, congratulations on your win last Sunday. How's that momentum working for this Sunday?
Not sure it transfers over to the 2000 car. The Indy car with the in-car adjustments is just a different beast. I'm very comfortable here at Dover. I have some time in this car, but I'm just gonna kind of treat this week as a fresh start.
Now, my understanding is that being at Dover here, since I'm also new to the IndyCar field, that this is, I was told by your race director, this is going to be some pretty close net pack racing around here for 175 laps.
Yeah, these cars with the very limited horsepower and lots of aerodynamics, they can't get away from each other. There's going to be no breakaway whatsoever. It's going to be a pack race.
So basically, it's going to be teamwork, pit strategy, and pretty much stay out of trouble because you always got to worry about, the wreck, the big one, when you're in pack racing, right?
Yeah, absolutely. But we've got some really clean drivers in this league. I'm really thinking we'll probably go caution free. We normally do, but we'll just have to see how that works.
And I guess tire wear is not that big of a deal here, from what I was told. It's more or less, like you said, your pit strategy, and you can actually lose a draft here, I was told. Is that true?
Toward the end of the run, these cars get a little bit free, and yeah, if you step out and get too sideways, the draft here in these cars is about 1.2 seconds back. If you get further than that, you're going to lose the draft. So it's certainly possible, but like I said, without trouble, I don't think it's going to happen.
Right. Well, hey, good luck to you. I'm going to let you get back at it and get ready here for qualifying coming up in a few minutes here, and see if you can't do a repeat, maybe get 2 in a row here.
All right, thank you, Bobby.
All right, buddy. All kinds of things involved in this race, guys. Got to worry about the pack racing, and you lose a draft a little bit, you're in trouble. And, these cars, horsepower-wise, they are limited. It's probably, if more or less, kind of, I guess, like a restrictor plate in these things, sort of. You can't even get out of your own way. So certainly you're going to have our time getting out of the way of anybody else. But just a little chat here on another guy. Let me see if I can get him up here and talk with him too. How about you, Greg Forsyth? You got a copy. It's Bobby in the booth.
You betcha. Good morning.
Hey, buddy. Just talking to your last week's winner, Jason Lowell there, and he's talking about the tight net racing that we're going to have here. Kind of these cars can't sort of get out of their own way. So you're definitely going to have a pack race, more or less, for 175 laps.
This is going to be wing to wing, not bumper to bumper, the entire way. It's going to be interesting.
You have to say the least. Now, I guess tire wear is not that big of an issue that they were telling me. It's more or less your pit strategies, I suppose, and I guess drafting still plays a factor in this. I mean, you can lose the draft. They told me, if you're in the back, you get a little sideways.
If you lose the draft, you will not get it back.
Well, okay, got it. And you guys are such clean drivers. I mean, I guess we'll be lucky if we even see a caution out of 175 laps. So you pretty much got to be up on the wheel, and you pretty much got to stand on it for this whole entire race, probably, if you even want to get a chance.
Well, as tight as it is, it's going to be a danger, that's for sure. I mean, to say it's going to be clean when we're going to be racing this tight is asking a lot, but the hope is there, that's for sure.
Well, tight net racing and open wheel racing, those are two recipes, to be honest with you, kind of for disaster. I mean, you guys really got to pay more attention because you don't have any fenders on these bad boys. It's just strictly tires. And you could send each other a flying pretty easily, I would imagine. So there's a lot of pressure out there on that too. But, well, hey, I'm going to let you go and you get ready. And hopefully I'll be able to talk to you in the winner's circle here today, buddy.
That is most definitely the plan.
All right, my friend. Take care.
Stay safe.
I'm definitely going to stay safe. I'm sitting right here in the comforts of the old man cave with a nice cup of coffee sitting here with me that I can't touch. I can only look at. I'm going to get a hold of our race director. He's the guy's in charge of this and runs the league. He does it all for these guys. Robert Mitchell, Bobby in the booth, you got me.
Yes, sir. How you doing today? How's everybody doing?
We're doing great, man. Talking with some of the guys out here. It's going to be in your on the race tonight. They're talking about that tight racing for 175 laps. And I was letting people know out here that, we don't have fenders on these bad boys, and open wheel and tight knit racing, those are recipes for, well, it could get pretty ugly. We hope it don't, but it's always that possibility.
Yes, that it is. That's going to be a white knuckle race for everybody.
Well, hopefully, it stays clean and you have yourself a really good race. But, I got to be kind of honest with you, man. Tight knit racing, open wheel like that, you wouldn't want me out there on the track with you. I'd probably wreck you all in the first 5 laps. Now, you were telling me earlier, too, that the tire wear is not all that big of an issue. The issue is when your tires start to go a little bit and you start getting a little loose and you have to back out of it. Now, if you back out of it, you can lose the draft. Is that right?
Yeah, that's correct. Tire temps usually are the main factor in these tires. Usually the tires don't wear that much or as fast as like the regular Indy car. Once you get them heated up and they start overheating, they do have a certain temperature they can get to where they start losing a little more grip.
Well, that's going to be interesting to watch because like I said earlier, tight knit racing and things start to get a little bit slippery, a little loose, a little hairy there when you're running some laps in. It's a recipe for trouble. There's no doubt about it.
With these guys, everybody here is pretty good. I don't foresee a whole lot of cautions today, but you will see some good racing and less cautions.
Oh, yeah. Some of these guys are saying possibly you may not even see a caution. Now, that's, as you, in the words that you put, that's a white knuckle ride for 175 laps. Now, obviously, coming in from the speeds that you're going to be running here to the whopping 35-mile-an-hour pit road speed, that's that too can be a bit of a challenge, especially if you're in a pack, right?
Yes, that will be a very big challenge. And with the tire temps up as high as they're going to be, trying to slow down fast is going to be a challenge in itself.
And not only that, but you also are going to have to worry about your temperatures in the car itself. I guess these things like to heat up pretty quickly, especially when you're in a pack like this.
Yes, you have to watch. It's just like when you're running in NASCARs or at Talladega or Daytona, you got to watch the water temps. Here with all the drafting and how close we'll be all day, the water temp will be a major factor.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm going to let you go and let you get ready here. Should be starting qualifying fairly soon. Maybe I'll get an opportunity and chat with you in the winner's circle after this race, buddy.
Well, that would be nice. That's what I'm aiming for.
You and everybody else.
Everybody else.
Yeah, buddy. All right, my friend. We'll talk to you in a few.
All right.
Good luck. Robert Mitchell right there. He's the one who runs this league. If you guys are looking for a league, they do have some stipulations. I'm not sure. I think it's a Class A license you've got to have to run. They were talking about not having any accidents and cautions or whatnot. I mean, these guys take pride in their driving. There's no doubt about it. And but check them out, U.S. IndyCar League, Facebook. Give them a holler, give them a shout if you're interested and you want to run with these guys. They have their own setups that they run. They practice, they get them all set up and get them set in, and it is a fixed setup then afterwards for everybody. So it's an even keel playing field. But check them on Facebook, check them on iRacing. Get a hold of these guys. Also, real quick, your stickquick.com. Go check those guys out, man. My wife got some of these things, and I'll tell you what, you can hang just about anything up you want to, and they stick. You can probably hang a cat or a dog on a wall. But check them out, stickquick.com. All right, guys? All right, one more commercial. Get it out of the way, and hopefully we'll get things rocking and rolling here. This is Bobby, MaxSpeedTV. I will be right back.
North Carolina, where the field is rolling out for the start of today's 400-lap race on this .625-mile racetrack. Here's the starting lineup. On the pole from Dawsonville, Georgia, in the number 9 Coors Ford qualifying and Winston Cup race from North Wilkesboro is underway. Everybody nicely through turns number 1 and 2 as Bill Elliott has the lead and Dale Earnhardt has jumped into second position, followed by Benny Parsons and Bobby Allison.
His second win of 1987. We are back at North Wilkesboro, North Carolina, where the field is rolling out for the start of today's 400-lap race on this .625-mile racetrack. And just as the field comes around turn number 4, the sunshine peeks through, helping warm things here. Bill Elliott leads him down. Benny Parsons on the outside. The green flag flies, and the first Union 400 Winston Cup race from North Wilkesboro is underway. Everybody nicely through turns number 1 and 2 as Bill Elliott has the lead and Dale Earnhardt has jumped into second position, followed by Benny Parsons and Bobby Allison. So here we go. It's just about to go away. They both coming out of turn 4. Earnhardt gets the lead. We had just heard from our spotters that Neil Ryan. Dale Earnhardt is on his last lap. This will be his 24th career win. Dale Earnhardt wins the first Union 400 at North Wilkesboro.
Yes, we're back. Things are working great now. Finally, get into some qualifying runs. Welcome back, everybody. U.S. IndyCar League. Let me see here. There we go. Right now, Jason Lowell, he was your last week's winner. This guy is on fire. So far, he's whopped out a time of 23.102. Will Stearns is out here right now. Let's take a look at him. Just finishing up his lap. Coming in at a 23.182. Robert Mitchell out there. Let's see what this guy turns in. Wow, 23.104 on the first lap. He may have something for him. Not quite, almost. Still, 004 Jason Lowe. About a minute and 17 left in your qualifying right here. Impressive. Guy's on a roll, man. He won last week. Hopefully he can do it again. That'd be pretty sweet, see 2 in a row. I don't think any of these other cats going to be too happy about that, but this guy seems, it doesn't matter what he gets into, what he drives. I mean, he seems to figure it out quite well. But anywho, 45 seconds to go, folks. Get yourselves something to drink, coffee, tea, donut, Danish, whatever you want. It's a Sunday morning right here where I'm at in Ohio. We got people from all over, so I'm sure the times are totally different. Well, one thing is the same. We're all here to watch these guys take off in the U.S. Indy League. And that's exactly what they're going to do. 23 seconds left. Check out their sponsor, stickquick.com, guys. Pretty awesome. Like I said before, you could probably hang a cat or a dog up if you really wanted to. These things, I mean, they work great. My wife just simply loves them. All right, working our way up to the grid now. That's what we want. Timing screen coming my way. Looks like we're going to have it here. 175 laps, folks. I know it sounds like it might be quite a bit, but trust me, it's not at all. These cats will be going around through here pretty darn fast. Remember, temperature. They were talking about it. It's a big deal. There they are. They are on the grid. Let's just go ahead and see what we got. Real quick. Row number 1, starting out, your pole cat one more time. He won last week. Can you make it 2 in a row? 004 Jason Lowell. Along beside him, the number 13, Howard Livingston. Row number 2, the 24, Richard Kelbaugh. Beside him in the 07 is David Zielinski. Row number 3, Greg Forsyth in the 131. Along beside him in the 31 is Robert Mitchell. Row number 4 to 306, Will Stearns. Along beside him in the 37 of Jay Barnhart. And last but not least, in the 16 in row number 5, Thomas Geisler, I believe. I hope I got that right. You think I would after 3 times. Anyway, that's your starting lineup, guys. It's about ready to get it on right here. 175 laps. It's what we've been waiting for. They said it's going to be some really tight, close racing. More than likely, that's what we are going to see. Pace car is off. And away we go. Jason Lowell gets out to a great start. I mean, a really good start. Wow. For some reason why. Hopefully we don't have too much audio difficulties, but man, oh man, Jason Lowell is out there running great. Howard Livingston right there, number 2 to 13. Man, these cats are getting around here awful quick, about 160 mile an hour. Pretty impressive. Third place right there, Richard Kilbaugh in the 24. Up on the high side. He must have got a little loose because he just slipped and let about 3 or 4 of these cats get right out in front of him, and away they are going. Wow, tight racing. They were talking about that tight racing today. They were saying that it was going to get tight. You can also get loose. You can lose the draft here. You can't they're like a herd of turtles, if you want to know the truth. You just can't get out of each other's way. But they said one thing you can do is lose the draft. Jason Lowell making it look pretty easy right now. Thomas Geisler, Geisler, he's just not letting him get away at all. Running right up underneath, wing to wing. He could throw a blanket over these first 4 or 5 cats. Still tight racing. Jason Lowell up on top. Coming all the way back, taking a peek. David Zielinski right there in the 5th position in the 07. Up on the high side. Robert Mitchell trying up that high line just a little bit, trying to get some momentum going his way. Needs a little bit of help up there. He does have the 24. Richard Kilbaugh up there giving him a little bit of a hand. But not quite enough. Single file, your first 4 cats. 5 cats anyway. Jason Lowell leading it. Geisler 2nd, Livingston 3rd, Zielinski in 4th. Forsyth in the 5th position. They weren't joking when they said these things can speed around through here. 156, 160 mile an hour at times. Now, granted, you're going to lose a little bit of tire wear coming in through here as the laps wind down a little bit. But also, you got to remember those, apparently, your temperatures, your car temps for your motors. He said you get up underneath somebody and stay there for a decent period of time, your water temperature will just go sky high on you. That's something that you constantly got to be watching, he said, when you're running. So you got to worry about the guys all around you. You got to worry about staying in a draft. And you got to worry about a water temperature also. So that's a lot of things you got to worry about. Plus, you're white knuckle riding it all the way around here at 160 mile an hour. They ain't got no fenders on these bad boys, people. What's that mean? That means if they just touch each other, they're going to go flying. David Zelensky in the 07 still sitting there up on the high side again. Robert Mitchell trying to get something going up there. Realizes it's not going to work. He hops back in line up. He's going to go back up on the high side one more time. All about momentum, folks. And that's exactly what these guys got to have if they want to march forward. The Lone Wolf there, he's getting some help up there now. 37. Barnhart. He's up there running with Mitchell a little bit. Maybe he can give him a little hand. The 24 behind him also. Kelbaugh's up there running. Will Stearns is up on that high side a little bit. Maybe they can get something working and get a 2-lane thing going up here. Not too bad. Mitchell's making a heck of a run up on that high side. I'll tell you that. He's already up in her 3rd position. Real close racing here. Too close for comfort. Like I said, these things can't even get out of their own way, so that means they're pretty much stuck beside each other. 17 laps of 175, just beginning, ladies and gentlemen, kids of all ages. U.S. IndyCar League, I'd like to welcome you guys out here. It's morning where I'm at, but wherever you guys are at, whatever day time it is, get yourself something to drink, something to eat, kick back. Got 175 laps and nothing but real super close-knit racing. Jason Lowell still leading the way. Like we're talking about fuel laps, and you can still run a long way on these things. You can run anywhere between 40, 47, 46, somewhere around through there for fuel. That's really not going to be an issue for a while, but what is an issue is when they're running around here all close-knit like they are and they got to go for a pit stop. Yeah, that's 155 mile an hour trying to drop it down to 35. Yeah, good luck with that. That's going to be a tough thing to do in itself. Still on that top side, trying to get just a little bit of help. Mitchell up there. Getting some good help. As soon as I find out who that is, it looks like it is Zelensky, and it is. David Zelensky up there running with him on the high side. He's saying, hey, Mitchell, that seems to be working. I think I'm going to join you. It's amazing how far Mitchell had ran. I mean, he started back there a ways. Running it up on that high side. Well, I mean, he's way up on the high side. 3 wide right now coming in through here. It kind of looks like Zelensky said, hey, thanks a lot. I appreciate that. Still your leader. He's led every single lap so far. Jason Lowell, he was your last week's winner. They said he was going to be tough. Thomas Giesler sitting right there, staying in that 2nd position. He isn't going anywhere. Howard Livingston in the 13. He started 4th and he is in 4th. You got a long way to go around here with a couple pit stops, so you've got to stay out of trouble, got to kind of hit your marks. You got to find some speed and just stay out of trouble and ride it out for a little while. Get some of these laps underneath your belt. Still up on that high side, trying to get something going. Zelensky and the Hooters. Livingston or Mitchell just slipped through right up underneath him right there and went right back up in front of him. Said, hang on, big guy. He says, I'll pull you around here for a little bit. He almost got to second place up on that high side. He did get to third. Mitchell did. Of course, he's showing third right now. He's back up again. Maybe he can get just enough clearance or whatever, and he'll drop down in front of Livingston, who is in the fourth position right here. I don't know, man. He's making that high side look pretty darn easy right now. I wouldn't be surprised if you don't see him, Mitchell, work his way right up into that second position, if not take the lead up on that high side. Jason Lowell, 27 down of 175, making it look pretty simple right now. Thomas in the 16, hanging on every little breath that he makes, buddy. Every move he makes, he is following him right there, getting into that draft. Mitchell still doing a good job up on that high side, trying to get something going. Maybe he can get up there. This is his second attempt up on the high side to try to move forward and get up into that first or second position. He drops down, hops back up again. Zielinski. Forsythe in the 131. Staying right in line with the rest of the guys on the bottom. Zielinski did pop down into the bottom right there. Now he's moving back up towards the middle of the track a little bit. Draft is very, very important here. I just figured that out, guys. When you watch Mitchell go all the way up in the second to third position, and then all of a sudden he kind of loses that draft, and man, he just falls backward like he threw it in reverse or hit his brakes. Jason Lowell still making it look simple right now. 31 in the books of 175. Go ahead and go through this lineup real quick while we got the time. Jason Lowell is your leader right now. Thomas Giesler is in second position. Third position, Howard Livingston in the 13. Greg Forsythe in the 131 just popped up on the high side. He is in here fourth position. Zielinski has taken the fourth position the way it looks like. And Robert Mitchell's in your fifth position. Will Stearns back in the 306, just kind of hanging out with the crowd back here. He is showing in seventh position. Barnhart also. Barnhart's showing himself in the seventh position, trying to get something going up on that high side. Remember, they said you do not want to lose a draft. Speaking of losing a draft, Richard Kilbaugh, he is slightly falling back, just ever so slightly. Once again, Lowell up front. Tell you what, while we got the opportunity, let's do a little thingy that I like to call Crank It Up, because it's a blast watching these cars. You are watching MaxSpeedTV. This is Bobby Johnson. Let's do a little cranking it up style. Come on. That is still one of my favorites. These things can't be an inch off the ground. Now remember, they got all kinds of adjustments they can do. I believe they call them jackers on these cars. I'm not sure if these particular cars have it, but there is adjustments that they can make through this league, or through this race. 38 laps of 175. They probably already figured out what they need to do and how they need to do it. But still making it look kind of simple right now. Now, Mitchell, I told you earlier that Mitchell was running that high side, and he was actually making it work. Once again, he is up on that high side, fighting his heart out for that second place position up there. And I can assure you, the 16, Thomas is not going to allow that to happen if he can. He's not going to open that gap up for him to drop down in there and just draft around for a while. At least he's going to try like heck not to. Mitchell has really done a heck of a job up on that high side. He is getting just a little bit of help up there. Trying to give him some help. Forsyth up here running along with him. Trying to get him a little push, to get him a little edge. Boy, you notice how he comes down out of those straightaways into those turns, man. How Mitchell just literally sends it close as he can to try to get some kind of momentum going. One thing is to have it. It's another thing to try to keep it. You can still throw a blanket over the top 5 or 6 cats right here. Close racing open wheel. One little mistake, it could ruin your morning or day, wherever you're at. Then there's trouble right there. They were getting awful close. Knew something was going to go wrong. Let's go back and see what we can find out right here on this deal. But we're going to rewind that bad boy back a little bit. There, let's take a little look here at this one. We'll slow her down. Man, that's nasty. Tears these cars all to pieces. Everybody got involved in that one just about. Not good. Maybe I can get a better replay on this. I don't know. Or where are we at? It's not, might not show me any more of that replay. Man, that car's tore all to pieces right there. That's, everybody's coming into the pits right now, that's for sure. I know that. Man, oh man, that's terrible. I don't know if I can find another one or not here. Robert Mitchell's in there getting some work done. Guys are coming back down pit road speed like a herd of turtles at 35 miles an hour. Nevertheless, that was just nasty. Everybody looking for the exact same real estate. Not a good sign. And I can't remember, honestly, fellas. I'll find out here when I see Mr. Mitchell's vehicle. Nope, he's still tore up. I don't believe that they do fast repairs here either. I'm pretty sure. I can't remember. Well, I hate to say it. It's a good possibility that may have just ended his day. Still out front, Jason Lowe. .46 of 175, our first caution. Top 5, Lowell, Livingston, Zielinski, Stearns, Geisler. Forsyth and Mitchell, those are the ones that got into it. Just a little bit too close. There they set. Tore up. I might be able to get them in the booth and have a little chat here. I don't know if they're going to try to get things fixed or what they're going to do. Nevertheless, pace car is out of the way. Another good jump on Jason Lowell, man. Good jump by him. About 3 kart lengths out. Doesn't really matter, though, because these guys are going to catch up with him as soon as they get in line. Lowell bringing him down. Livingston in second position. Right there. Dave Zielinski in third. He's led every lap so far. Made it look like looks like a teacher of the students out here. I'm not sure, but you know what? There they are in that nice little draft thing again. I told you earlier about the open wheels, didn't I? Yeah, you get into the open wheels and you get a little too close and, well, it's going to happen. And unfortunately, it did happen. I might be able to. I'm going to go ahead and see if I can get him, guys. We'll have a chat with this fella. Hate to do that. Sad. Robert Mitchell, Bobby the Booth, you got me? Oh, man. I can hear the disgust in your voice. I only got one decent replay on there. What happened?
Damn real estate. The guy below me, the car below me went a little high in the turn than normal, and I went a little lower than normal, so just a racing incident.
Everybody fighting for the same real estate, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, I know. Man, I was watching you, throughout this whole race. You're making that topside work, man. I mean, you were all the way up there almost into the second position, and, the guy that behind you there, Forsyth, he was also doing a pretty good job drafting with you, getting you moved up into that position. It's just what happens with close net racing with open real cars, right?
Yeah, sometimes. This group, it usually doesn't happen that often, but every now and then, a couple drivers make the same mistake at the same time, and you get the end result. But yeah, with this drafting and all that, we're good to go on side-by-side stuff.
Now, basically, you're pretty much free for the rest of this race, aren't you?
Yeah, I was just about ready to get logged in over there and start harassing people.
Well, you're more than welcome to stay in the booth and harass them that way.
Well, I only got a few minutes. I can get back in the race in 6.5 minutes.
All right, good enough. I mean, man, your car was tore all to pieces, so... Well, hey, it was an unfortunate situation. Like you said, fighting for the same real estate. Get back out there and get some laps in, and hopefully we don't see anything like that again. But you know what? These guys, man, they're out here. They're running tight and close. Good luck. I'll give you a holler later on. Maybe we can see you back out on that track, Robert.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right, buddy. That was sad, to be honest with you guys. I hated to see that. It's an unfortunate situation right there. He was running. I mean, he was doing a heck of a job up on that top side. Forsyth in the 131 was the same thing. He was up there. One simple little mistake or two people fighting for the same real estate, and what happens? Well, there you have it. They're sitting inside there with a completely tore up race car. Still, 57 laps led, Jason Lowell. Greedy little sucker. Not letting nobody lead a lap for right now for this race. He's the man in charge, and he wants to keep it that way. But I'm going to tell you, Mr. Livingston right here, and that 13, Him and Zelensky both. I mean, man, they are just sucking right up and drafting right up on him. Again, water temperatures is something you got to worry about, they told me. It's one of those deals where you got to get help to get to the front, and you got to watch what you're doing. You blow a motor pretty simple here, they said. Those temperatures rise really fast. Up on that top side, still trying to get something going. 16. Geisler saw Mitchell up there running around. He thought, man, if he can get all the way up to the top, maybe he knows something I don't know here. So I'm going to go up on the high side. And that's exactly what he's doing. He's got some help there with Mr. Will Stearns, too, in the 306. Fresh rubber. Tank full of fuel. Ooh, look at that. That's interesting. Man, that 13, I'm telling you, he's trying so hard. I mean, he gets right up on the wing of Jason Lowell. You got 3 on the bottom and you got 4 up on top. Can't go nowhere without any help, it appears. And Robert Mitchell had the outside line working really, really well. Him and Forsythe were the only two that were up there on top, really running that thing in, trying to get something going. And they were proving it was working very well. Until the unfortunate situation there where they all want the same real estate. Well, as you know, as I know, it doesn't work that way. Something has to give, and unfortunately, it took out 2 pretty good drivers. 2 definitely good contenders for this race. I don't know. I'm pretty sure that Mr. Livingston's got to be sick and tired of looking at that back end of that car of Lowell. Give you a little idea what he's got to have to deal with. Right here he is. Livingston in 13 behind Lowell. These cars don't have that fancy little canopy deal with, you know, that protection or whatever, that safety outfit that the other cars have. This right here is kind of stock lock and standard. Wide open. Never lifts. Works his way all the way up really close to him like this, but you just don't have nowhere you can go without a little bit of help. I've said it once and I'll say it again. It's kind of like a herd of turtles, but a little faster than a herd of turtles. 160 mile an hour around here in a 1 mile track. That's not too shabby. Has to do with how smooth you are, I'd imagine, too. Still your leader, 67 laps down, Jason Lowell. Checking on the times. We still got guys in there. Hey, they got tires on them right now. So they are definitely getting better. See some tires on it? I believe that's Mitchell, or Forsythe right there. It is. Sounds like they're getting ready to come back out on the track and run some laps here. It's never over until you see the checkered flag. Man, these cats are close. Take a look at Zelensky right here. Still running close. You can hear those suspensions just a-working away. Whoa, up on the high sides. Check this out. Who's making that work up there, huh? I'll tell you who it is. It's Geisler. Looking at that second, third position. Unfortunately, Will Stearns looks like he might try to make this thing 3 wide here at some point. These guys are getting tired of just going around circles looking at each other's back wings all the time. I think they're starting to get just a little bit more aggressive here. Zelensky in the 07. Showing in fourth position, working his way into third here, battling it out like crazy with Geisler on top. I'm pretty sure Mr. Livingston is just saying, dude, mess up just once. Go into turn just a little bit too high or something. Do something so I can get an opportunity. Open that door up so I can lead a lap in this race. Jason Lowell, he's still 73 laps led out of 175. They can make some real evasive maneuvers on these things. I am assuming if the tires start to wear down a little bit, it can get a little slippery out here, so you won't be making as much evasive maneuvers. But right now, man, they can stick in, they'll hold anywhere they put it. Just not quite getting a whole lot of help there on that top side. They're not exactly running away from him by no means. Mitchell made it work up there several times, working his way up towards the front. Livingston still sitting in that second position. I kind of like Geisler's idea up in that high side, if you want to know the truth about it. You're up there, pretty much open, clean air, not very tight. And pretty soon, I think, Mr. Forsythe, yeah, he should be coming out pretty soon. We do have Mitchell back out on the track again. That's good news. Unfortunately, he is 26 laps down. I think these cars, what? Less than 23 seconds, they can do a lap. He's got a freight train coming after him, that's for sure. And he'll probably stay way up on the high side and stay out of the way. That's exactly what happens because Lowell's leading the train down on the bottom. Geisler still trying to get something going up on that high side. Stearns is up there with him right now, trying to work his way up underneath his wing, give him a little bit of a hand. Barnett, same thing. He can see him, he just can't quite get there. He's working on it though. And my boss just hollered out on the air with Bobby. Yep, Rudy, nice to see you wake up this morning from Tennessee. Glad you're with us here. These cats are really battling it out. We've already had one incident. You know what it's like. You get these things running with no fenders on them with the open wheels. You just come ever so close to somebody and you're gonna go flying, and that's what we had happen earlier. Only one caution so far, 81 laps of 175 in the book. Jason Lowell has led every single lap. Albert Livingston sitting in that second position. Thomas Geisler was up on top running around for a while. Couldn't make it happen. He darted back down into the third position on the low side, trying to get a little draft thing going on here. Like I said earlier, guys, you can't get out of your own way in these cars. They are like a herd of turtles. I mean, it's nothing but smooth driving and hitting your marks. I mean, it takes a lot just to try to pass somebody. As you can see, Livingston's been behind Lowell here going on 83 laps, and he still can't seem to make a move yet. He looks to the inside, he looks to the outside. He's giving that fresh air into that radiator because these temperatures on these cars, they will rise fast. Got to keep a close eye on that too. Still 160 mile an hour. You could probably throw a water bottle out your car and hit the guy in front of you. That's how close these guys are running here. If it was possible. Anywhere, nevertheless, still Lowell being greedy, wanting to lead every single lap. Livingston sitting down there, just he'd give anything if he could get around this guy. Geisler back on the bottom, 3rd place. Zelensky, he was up top for a while doing a little pushing. He decided to hop into this little train on the bottom line here, sitting in 4th position. Will Stearns hanging back a little bit. Getting a little bit of help from Barnhart. That's a tongue twister. Now we're all going to be bunched up close. Guy who is losing the draft is Kilbaugh back here in the 24, slowly going backwards. Once you lose this draft, it is hard to catch it back up. That's what the guys told me when we did the interview here, talking to a few of them before the race started. They said draft is everything, believe it or not. Still up on the front. Looks like they're going to be probably putting Mr. Mitchell down one more lap, and there he sits. He was the guy that was making everything work on that high side. He was making it look pretty good. He's going to drop down to 28 laps down after being involved in that first incident. Him and Mr. Forsyth both. Jason Lowell still the lead, 90 out of 175. Livingston is in 2nd position, Geisler 3rd, David Zelensky 4th, Will Stearns 5th, Barnhart 6th, Richard Kilbaugh 7th, 8th is Robert Mitchell, and Forsyth is the 9th. That rounds out everybody here so far. Unbelievable. I'm telling you what, man. Jason Lowell is just, he's on a rail right now, I guess is what you want to call it. He is really doing a heck of a job. Now, he was your winner last week too, folks, if you can remember. Still, Livingston all over his rear end right there. Take a look. Let's watch him for a little bit. Got that nice glare off the sun on his helmet too. Kudos to iRacing for that. Coming up on some lap traffic. That should be Forsyth that he's taking around, and then it is. He can get up there and he can get right there behind him, right up underneath that wing, but you're just not able to go nowhere. Getting some fresh air, get that water temperature down just a little bit. Man, it'd be awesome if we had some in-car telemetry as far as gauges and stuff goes. Maybe iRacing could do something about that one of these days. That would be sweet. And also, what would be sweet, if Lowell would just get out of the way for Livingston just a little bit and let him lead a lap. It ain't gonna happen. Looking back at Geisler's point of view of it, he's in 3rd position. $95 out of 175 laps in the book. Lowell has led every single one. But you don't want to blink or make a wrong move because Livingston is right there waiting for that door to open. somebody out there said, and they missed the crank it up version that I do. Well, you know what? We still got plenty of laps to do it, and it kind of looks like Mr. Lowell's not gonna take it easy on these cats anytime soon. So let's just go ahead and do another crank it up for you. This is Bobby, MaxSpeedTV. You're watching U.S. IndyCar League. StickQuick.com. Let's crank it up. Man, I can never get tired of watching these cats go around here like that. Still, your leader, making it look ever so easy. Jason Lowell. Livingston still setting in second position. Trying to make a little something up on that high side. Will Stearns up there. Needing a little bit of help. Not getting it. Richard Kilbaugh still trying to catch up with that pack. Haven't exactly lost him, but he's running them down ever so slowly. I do want to let everybody know you are watching the U.S. IndyCar League on MaxSpeedTV. I am your broadcaster, Bobby, out of the lobby, Johnson. You guys like what you're seeing, give us a thumbs up. These guys have certainly appreciate it. I know I would appreciate it because that at least tells me that you guys kind of like what I'm doing up here. Nevertheless, give us a thumbs up. I'd appreciate that. I know these guys will too. Still making it look easy. Coming up on some lap traffic one more time. Man, how'd you like to look at the rearview mirror and see these cats flying coming at you, huh? Makes it up on the high side, gets out of the way like a true gentleman. Livingston taking a peek up on that. Whoa, looks like we got him coming into the pits. I'm shocked. A little bit of pit strategy going on here, I do believe. Yep, and that's exactly what it is. Mr. Lowell is coming in. Speed limit is 35. 35, all the way down from 150 plus. Man, that's a long way around there. Do not want to speed. Regardless, finally able to lead a lap. Howard Livingston. Didn't know if it was ever going to come true or not, but he is out there. This is when all the lap strategies, all the pit strategies, I mean, come into play right here. Up on that high side. $37 to Barnhart. Having a pretty decent run, actually. Still running it up on that top side. Give a nice little wide shot right here of these cats. Livingston is your leader for right now, only because Lowell gave it up. Went into the pits for some pit strategy. Geisler's right there in your second position, all over Livingston. Every move he makes, he's following him. I guess my next question is going to be, any of these guys going to pit together, I wonder? They are all in team speak. They do have the abilities to chat with each other. Make some deals. Barnhart sticks it back down in underneath him. Goes back up on the high side going into the turns. Trying to get some momentum that way. Kilbaugh back there slowly trying to reel those cats in. Your longtime leader of 106 laps, Jason Lowell, sitting in the 5th position right now. Just came out of a pit stop. Waiting to see what these guys up front are going to do. I'm going to imagine here probably in the next, I'd say at least 4 to 5 laps or so. I think they might be coming in. I could be wrong. Almost 160 mile an hour these guys reach. That's pretty fast in a 1 mile track right here. Not bad. It is so hard to pass in these cars, they told me. That's why I use that phrase, like a herd of turtles. They just can't seem to get out of each other's way. You got to hit your marks. You got to be smooth. You got to draft. There's so much involved just to try to get out and lead these laps, lead a lap. Geisler is right there, buddy. How smooth can you be? That's the name of the game here. These guys are working up on some lap traffic. Your guys is coming to the pits already. Get a little draft off them when they catch them. Still, Livingston is leading the charge. 119 of 175. The question is when are they going to come in and pit? Barnhart looking up on that high side once again, trying to get something to happen up there. Get his car into some of that fresh air, maybe. The only one seemed to be making that high side work was Mr. Mitchell, who just now came into the pits. Get some work done. Right there he is. He was able to make that high side work for a pretty good while there. Matter of fact, he came back from the back about 2 or 3 times, but due to the close net racing with the open wheels, they got just a little too close. 2 cats wanting the same part of the real estate. Well, Mitchell and Forsyth both wanted it, and neither one of them got it because they Kind of got into an altercation between them there. Doing a little bit of pushing, I think Forsyth had done. He was back there pushing Michael. Well, not pushing, but drafting him. But nevertheless, you've only got two cats out here that's not come in for a pit stop yet, and that is going to be Livingston. And then Geisler just came into the pits, and he's coming back out. So the only long wolf out here is Livingston. 79 laps. That's how long it's been since this cat's come in and done anything. And here he comes right now. Drops it all the way down to 35. Do not speed. Ruin your day. Doing a good job coming in. You can hear that rev limiter on there too. That helps. Nevertheless, Geisler will be your leader when he comes around. Maybe. Bonhart's in second position. Takes a shot at him up on the high side. Drops it down on the bottom there. Nice wheeling going on right there. Good maneuver. Up in the number 1 position. Your new leader. He started in 9th, dead last. And just as soon as I said that, the track giveth and the track taketh away. Back out front one more time. Geisler finally gets his opportunity to hold on to that. Hopefully he will get himself a lap led. But guess who is out there lurking, wanting it back? That's right, the guy who's led 106 laps of this race. Jason Lowell up on the high side, making it work also. Took a page out of Mitchell's book. Geisler says, big boy, you're going to have to earn it. I'm certainly not going to give it to you. It's hard enough to try to get a position. As of right now, 129 laps are in the book. Geisler, Lowell, Barnhart, Livingston, and Stearns. That's your top 5. Take a look. In the driver's seat, the cockpit, Jason Lowell. He knows how to get around this place, and he wants his lead back. He gets a pretty decent run, but, you know, like I said, these things can't get out of their own way. It is tough to pass here. They said it was going to be tough to pass with these cars, and they definitely were not lying to me there. Tires doesn't seem to be too big of an ordeal right now. Ooh, moving. Got a good run on him right there. Jason's got 23 lap tires. Geisler's got 7. Gets on another good run. Just can't seem to quite get up there and do anything. And then you've got Geisler right here trying to hit his marks and be just as smooth as he possibly can be. If you're not smooth, yeah, you have a tendency to kind of wash out a little mile per hour from you. You got to be very, very smooth. You can wipe it right out. Looks like Geisler, Lowell, Barnhart right there kind of broke away. Your next one is Livingston. He's led 18 laps. He's gonna have to catch these cats back up. Get in with a draft with them. Get back into it. Oh, there's just some close running right there. Stearns and Zielinski. Take a look at that. That's what I meant by if you could throw a water bottle, you could hit them. Looking on the inside from him. Remember, the water temperatures are oh so important. That's a good race right here. Trying to get that 6th position. Or 5th position away. Stearns. Takes it up on the high side. Maybe tries that route. Nevertheless, the small hornets nest up here. Geisler. Lowell. Barnhart. Barnhart got a little taste of leading a lap. He would like to certainly lead more, especially that all-important one, the last one. The stingy guy out of the bunch, Jason Lowell's led 106 laps of the race. Geisler's working on his 12th lap. Still back here fighting for that 5th position. Stearns has it. Zielinski wants it. Kilbaugh. Quiet as a mouse back here. 7th position. Haven't heard a whole lot from him today in that green machine. Just riding around, biding his time, maybe. Slowly reeling in those 2 cats up front. And then, unfortunately, the situation earlier, our first and only caution so far. 40 laps down. This is Mr. Forsyth. 49 laps, Mr. Mitchell. Into the pits one more time. Still out front. Geisler's got it. Lowell wants it back. He was looking on the high side right there for a minute. Went back up in the high side again. 37 to Barnhart running right along with him, trying to help him out just a little bit in the draft. Takes another one up top. Can get right along beside him, and that's about as good as he can get. Geisler says, if you want it, pal, you're going to have to take it on the high side, because I am not giving up this bottom line. Shoots it all the way up to the top side one more time. Lowell does. Tries to get right up there, side by side with him just about. Livingston pulls away, or Geisler pulls away on the bottom. You run all over, top, middle, bottom, anywhere you can run to try to get some kind of an advantage, some kind of an edge. That's exactly what it takes. Right now, Geisler's doing a pretty good job. He's not running away with it by no means, but he's got just a little bit of breathing room. About the time I say that, Lowell in 2nd position says, no, he doesn't have no breathing room. You look in your rearview mirror, though, you got a complete mirror full of the shell machine. Barnhart back up at that high side again, trying to get something out of it. Not happening. Now we got ourselves a caution. Let's take a look here and see if I can actually see if we have anything going on. If I'm not mistaken, that's what I thought. Yep, they touched. That, my friend, is nasty. Let's go back and take a look at this thing now, since I actually found a good shot. Let's see what we got going here. It's just 2 guys looking for the same real estate's all this is. That's what happens. slow it down for you right here. The 07, Zelensky goes up just a little bit, and Stearns comes down a little bit. And unfortunately, that's what happens. Stearns is trying, or Zelensky's trying like heck to keep it off that wall the best that he can. He does a good job, but I tell you who does not do a good job, and he can't get away from the wall, that will be Will Stearns. He has tore his car all to pieces. Zelensky, I believe, came out of that puppy completely unscathed. And he certainly did. Now, what's going to happen here? Are these cats all going to come in together? Remember, they got pit strategies going on. Geisler's got 22 laps on his tires. Jason Lowell's got 38 laps on his tires. Barnhart's got 23. I'm a little curious to see who's going to come in, who's not. I can't get a hold of Thomas. Can't chat with him a little bit. But I'll tell you who I can chat with real quick. Mr. Lowell, Bobby the booth, you got me.
Yes, sir, Bobby, loud and clear.
Man, I got to tell you, son, you've led 106 laps of this race. I didn't think he's going to give the lead up anytime soon. You found yourself back here in second position right now with Geisler setting up in front of you. We got 148 laps down out of 175. What's it going to take to be able to get your car around him?
We'd probably have to have another pit stop because it's extremely hard to pass out here today. You probably saw me catfishing the race. I just stayed on the bottom and no one could go around me. He beat me in the pits, and that's probably all she wrote, but I'm not giving up yet.
And no, you're not giving up at all. Every time he looks in his rearview mirror, he's got a complete front cover of that shell machine right there looking at him. So I'm going to let you go. Good luck. Get some strategy, and, well, hopefully you can pull this thing off, my friend. We'll talk to you later.
Thanks, Bobby.
Beat him into pits, he said. Pit strategy is everything. Lights out on the pace car. 148 of 175. Passing out here is it's not only treacherous, but it's nearly impossible. He said it right there. He told you, folks. It's tough. Top 5 real quick. Geisler, Lowell, Barnhart, Livingston, and Kilbaugh. That is your top 5 running. Will Stearns still in there getting work done. He could be done for the evening, morning, afternoon, wherever you're at. Not looking good in that incident there. He got the worst end of the stick on that one, that's for sure. Zelensky, not a problem. Does a 360, goes into the pits, and he's good to go. Speaking of good to go, here we go. Down on the loud pedal one more time. Green Flag Racing, U.S. IndyCar League. Stickquick.com. Coming up on 150 laps. One of 175. 25 laps to go. Up on the high side, trying to make something happen. He said he's going to have to do everything he can to get a good run up there, and he is side by side. And that is Jason Lowell, who's led 106 laps of this race. But you know what? Like he said, he's running around on the bottom. It is hard to pass here no matter what. And Geisler has just proved that point out. He says, I'm going to stay on the bottom like glue. If you want around me, it will have to be done on the high side. Can Lowell get a run, and will Barnhart go with him? These cats are all bunched up together. Throw a blanket over all of them just about right here. One more time, let's take a little look and see. Lowell into second position. Dominated this race. He needs to try to find some momentum to get around Geisler. He said in the interview that it's extremely hard to do. And these cats will have to do one more pit stop, I believe, before this race is over with. This race could be won by the pits. Geisler pulls away from him ever so slightly into the turns. Lowell catches up with him down in the straightaway, but not enough to even do anything whatsoever. Barnhart sitting back here in third position. Just watching things unroll, play out right here. Livingston into 13. Sitting in fourth position. Your spinner, Zielinski. In the 07 Hooters. Gave you a nice shot of that car at a 360 angle all the way around her. Back out and running again. Pop it up on the high side. Trying to get that fourth position away from Livingston. Still out front, Geisler. Anybody out there in YouTube land, you got an idea who's going to win this bad boy? Give me a shout. Let me know. Let me know you're watching and listening. All 6 of these cats in a straight line. Oh, not no more. Still trying to make something happen out there. Up on that. Whoops, wrong guy. Zielinski up there on that high side in the Hooters machine. Only one running up there on the high side right now. Pops it right back down into the bottom to kind of get into that draft train a little bit. We've been watching how they do this, man. They come off the turns and they head right up against that wall just to get some kind of momentum going. Lowell can get side by side with Geisler, but there's nothing he can do. He just doesn't have enough horses to get around him. He can't do it. Everybody's thinking the last corner pass. Wow, what a move right there. That was a heck of a shot. 07 is Zielinski, man. He threw that thing up on that top side. He's got a little bit of help from the 13 of Livingston, too. 17 laps to go. This is where it's going to get a little bit dicey, folks. Do not go anywhere because you are going to miss one heck of a finish right here. Still side by side. Geisler has it. Lowell ticked off, wants it back. 106 laps. Barnhart up on that high side, trying to get something going with a couple of guys there with a little drafting help. Zielinski, that done the spin, our last caution, sitting right there in third place. How about that? Is there going to be a pit stop yet involved here? Are they going to try to make it all the way? Who knows? Robert Mitchell just got a hold of me, and he says he thinks it's going to be a last lap pass on the high side by Jason Lowell. And there he is in the second position. He's led 106 laps of these bad boys. 12 laps to go at the line. Still, Geisler has it. Lowell wants it. Zielinski sitting there waiting patiently for something. Takes it up on the high side evasively. Not going to happen. What's going to happen is he's going to end up losing the spot to Livingston right here at a 13 because he is not going to let him have it back. Speaking of not letting him have it back, the 37 to Barnhart also got to come in there and close. And we're going to send a Hooters machine towards the back of the pack. Geisler still leading it. 12 laps to go. One more time while we got a chance. 10 to go at the line. You're riding along with Jason Lowell. Trying something. Gets right up underneath him. Can't seem to make anything happen right now. Livingston sitting right there in that third position. He's led 18 laps of this race. How he would love to lead the last lap in this, but he's got 2 cats he's got to go through to get it done. Geisler still doing a good job. He has led 42 laps. He is out front. 7 to go at the line. When is Jason Lowell gonna make his move? Robert Mitchell said last lap on the high side. It's probably about the only chance that he is gonna have, but he's got to get momentum. He's got to get some kind of momentum coming out of that turn to get up there, to get around him. I'll say he's going to get beside him. I'm just not seeing him being able to pass that. I don't see it. It is tough to pass here. When you stay on that bottom, man, it's nearly impossible to get around him. Back up on the high side, trying one more time. Is in the Hooters machine. He got shuffled back. Now he's coming back. 2 by 2 by 2. Looking up on the high side. Now the boys are starting to get just a little bit antsy right now. There you go. You got 6 cats battling it out right here. Whoa, are they getting awful close? Man, oh man. Zelensky just about stuck his wing right up underneath. Almost stuck his wing right up underneath Lowell. He is waiting and waiting. He's a little impatient, buddy. Look at him. He's trying everything. He's thinking of every move. High side, low side. He knows time's running out. 3 to go at the line. Livingston setting into third position right now. On that bottom side, the second car. He's not going to go anywhere. The one you got to worry about, though, is Jason Lowell up top. Does he have enough help? Trying to get around him right there. Man, oh man, if he wins this race, he better be buying Zelensky a beer because, man, he is all over him. You ever thought you could draft an open wheel? Well, there you have it. That's actually pushing. He's actually pushing him, folks. Real quick, 2 to go. Take a look at it right here. You tell me that's not close racing. Trying to get him up, trying to get a little momentum, trying to get him just in front of Geisler. 1 to go right here. Who's it gonna be? Geisler's got it. Bottom line is prevailing. Lowell is on top. Trying to get something going. Whoa, they almost touch right there. Livingston still in that second position, hanging on. And there it was. He done a heck of a job. Geisler takes the win. Jason Lowell in second. Third, Richard Kilbaugh. I'm sorry, Howard Livingston. Third, or fourth, Richard Kilbaugh. Barnhart comes in fifth. Zelensky. Man, he was fighting like crazy. He ended up coming back into the sixth, finishing sixth on this one. Man, he was shoving the absolute heck out of Lowell. Unbelievable. Real quick, only because I can do this, I want to go back and way back. Let's watch this. One more time. Right there it is. By about a half a car length, Geisler takes the win. All right, this is MaxSpeedTV. You're listening to Bobby and the U.S. IndyCar League, stickquick.com. You guys do not go anywhere. I'm going to try to get a hold of some of these cats. I'm going to see if we can chat with them here. We'll be back in just a flash. Don't go anywhere, please. I do have the man of the hour here, guys. Welcome back, U.S. IndyCar League. Helps so I turn my mic back on. Jason Lowell, it's Bobby. You got a copy?
Hey, Bobby, loud and clear.
I got to tell you what, pal. 107 laps you led on this race, and man, I thought for a second that the Hooters guy there, Zelensky, man, he was shoving and pushing and hitting you. I didn't know you could actually bump draft in these cars, but buddy, he proved it. He almost pushed you through the win.
Yeah, I got to thank him and Jay Barnhart both for trying to help me out. When someone's locked on the bottom here, it takes two cars on the outside. I kind of showed that when I was on the bottom, and I appreciate both of them trying to help me. But Thomas got a great win. He beat me out of the pits, and that was the deciding factor, and good for him.
Absolutely. Man, I'm telling you what, it seemed like you definitely had it going on here for sure. I mean, without a doubt, 107 laps led. Things looked really good for you there for a while. Just came up just a tad bit short, but nevertheless, the second place finish, that's not too shabby, even though I know you'd like to have been in that winner's circle.
Oh, absolutely. But, it could have been the other way. There was a little bit of carnage, and I'm glad I wasn't part of that and didn't get involved in that and didn't cause any of that, because I certainly could have made a couple moves that were maybe a little bit risky. But happy with second place. Happy for Thomas for his win. Happy for Howard for his third place.
Well, is there anybody out there in the TV land, YouTube land, you want to thank tonight?
Yeah, the last couple interviews I've done with you, I've kind of made an error. Neither time did I thank God for allowing me to be here. I mean, I'm not a super religious guy, but do believe in the Creator, and in real life, I always thanked Him for victory lane. I don't know why I didn't hear, so thank God for letting me be here. Thank God for my wife, Tiffany, who I love dearly. Thank you, Stick Quick. Thank you, Robert Mitchell, and all the lead guys. Really appreciate you, and appreciate you too, Bobby.
Well, I appreciate it. You know what? That's pretty stand-up of you. I've been a Christian just about most of my life, played gospel music for 30 years of my life. So I'm right along beside you on that one, my friend. Be safe, and we'll catch you next Sunday. Have yourself a good week. And like I said, man, it's a heartbreaker, 107 laps. I was definitely rooting for you. There's no doubt about it. But there's always next Sunday, so you take care of yourself, and I'll see you then.
Not brokenhearted at all. Glad to be here, and thank you, Bobby. Thank everybody.
All right, my friend. Hey, all right. That's your second place winner right there. I'm going to get into your third place right here. Mr. Livingston, you got me. It's Bobby.
I got you, Bobby. How you doing, brother?
Hey, I'll tell you what, man. You were on the high side. You were on your low side. You was kind of all over. You kept it kind of cool. And my gosh, if I'm not mistaken, trying to look. Oh, hang on a second. I mean, you did lead 18 laps. It's tough to pass when you're on that bottom side, man. It's really hard to get around anybody, isn't it?
It really is. All these cars are so, they're so well matched, and there's really, there's no advantage to one car to the other. So it really packs them up, and we just tried everything we could, and again, happy to come back with a third after all the driving everybody did.
Oh yeah, it was definitely tight racing. I made the comment that these guys you can't get out of the way of each other. I mean, there's just kind of like nowhere to go, like a herd of turtles, but at 160 mile an hour. Anyway, not too bad. Third place. That's better than what some of these guys has had today. They had a round of bad luck for sure, but you didn't. Is there anybody out there in YouTube land you want to thank?
Yeah, I'll jump in there with Jason. Thank the good Lord for letting us do this. And a big thanks to Stick Quick for sponsoring us. And, of course, my beautiful wife, Cinderella, and Care Camp's Kids for Cancer. So thanks, everybody. And, again, it's an honor to be here.
All right, I'll tell you, just like I told the rest of them and told Jason there, you have yourself a very safe week. And we'll see you back here next Sunday, my friend.
Sounds great, Bobby. Thanks for doing such a great job always.
I appreciate it. I'll send you that $5 in PayPal.
I'll be expecting it.
All right.
Cheers, brother.
All right, buddy. So, you guys, I have to actually, I got to bribe these guys to talk good about me out here. So, nevertheless, I finally got him. He's got his mic on. Thomas, you got a copy? It's Bobby in the booth.
Yeah, hi, Bobby.
How you doing, buddy? Absolutely. You pulled it off. I mean, phenomenal job. Pit strategy seemed like is where it was at today. Would you agree?
Yes, everything went perfect, and obviously it was the right decision to stay outside as long as possible. And I think that was the key.
Well, you did a great job of it there, and I'll tell you, I mean, I was starting to sweat bullets a little bit myself there because that top side in that last lap with Zielinski and Lowell, man, they were literally bump drafting, and I didn't know you could do that with these cars. But I thought for a second Lowell was gonna try to take it back up on that high side on that last lap. But you managed to stay out there in front of him, and you come home with a nice victory here at Dover today.
Yeah, Bobby, to be honest, I didn't see anything about it. I was just holding my inside line and hoping that they're not fast enough on the outside.
I'll tell you what, when you come back and you watch this broadcast, you'll be able to take a look at what us and the fans was watching. I mean, it was a real nail biter right there. I'll be honest with you. That was the best, probably one of the best last laps I've seen in a while. It was really intense, but nevertheless, you pulled it off, and congratulations. And is there anybody out there in YouTube land you want to say holler to, thank, or yell at?
Yes, of course. I want to say thank you to Robert for bringing it all together. The sponsors of the league, and again the drivers, and today especially my internet connection is that it holds the line.
Not a problem, buddy. Hey, it took care of it, and it stayed on long enough for you to win this race. So you be safe and you take care, and have yourself a good week wherever you're at, and we'll catch you right back here. And maybe you can make it 2 in a row for next Sunday.
Thank you, Bobby.
All right. You have a good one. Well, there was your winner, guys. I didn't ask him if I was saying his name right. I certainly hope I was, but nevertheless, man, that was truly a great run. I will have to say. I don't know about the rest of you guys, but I had a blast here at Dover with the U.S. IndyCar League. And it is sponsored by StickQuick.com. Check them out. Pretty cool stuff they have for you. Let's go through the rundown real quick for you guys, just to make sure we got it all taken care of. Your winner, and right there, your race winner was Thomas Geisler. Jason Lowell led 170 laps of this race. Should've, could've, would've, wished he would've. He didn't get her done. He tried like crazy the last lap. Man, what a great last lap that was. But Jason did manage to come in second place after leading 107 laps. Howard Livingston into 13. He led 18 laps of this race. He was up there fighting along for quite a while too, battling it out. He started fourth, finished third, not too shabby. The 24, Richard Kilbaugh. He didn't get to lead anything, but he came in a fourth position, kept everything clean, stayed out of trouble, didn't get into any incidents. Can't be too shabby, can't be too mad about that. The 37, Bonhart. He was up there, he led one lap. He was fighting there for a while too, trying to get something happen in the very last bits of this race. Coming in sixth, David Zielinski, the 07. He's the one that done the 360 and come back out again. I think it was in the Hooters machine there. But he was just a shoving and pushing away, trying like crazy to get something done up there. Will Stearns comes in seventh position. The 306. Greg Forsythe, that's the gentleman. They were doing really well. Him and Mitchell were working really good together. And I don't know, somehow or another, they were all looking for the same bit of real estate. They end up losing. So he ended up in eighth position. And of course, Robert Mitchell, who was making that high line work for quite a while. And of course, fighting for the same piece of real estate. And well, the track got the better end of the deal on him also. That rounds out your top 9. I do like to thank again the race winner, Thomas Geisler. Congratulations on your win here at Dover. Guys, next Sunday, same time, same channel, same everything. Same announcer, myself. Come out next Sunday and watch us again, guys. It's going to be a good time. I'm not sure where they're at next week, to be honest with you. It doesn't matter. These guys are a blast. It's fun. Anyway, this is Bobby Johnson. You are watching MaxSpeedTV. Give us a thumbs up if you like us. Give a thumbs up to this league if you like them. We appreciate that. It helps us, makes us look good, makes me look good in front of my boss. But anyway, everybody out there, be safe. And we'll catch you next Sunday, all right? See ya.